Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Mr.Adebanjo. In this video we are going to be discussing together the just concluded Wassce 2024 General Mathematics Objective Questions. So we are going to be discussing Wassce 2024 General Mathematics Objective Questions in this video. And this exam was just concluded recently, and we are going to be helping the students that are going to write the next Wassce to understand these year questions and what is expected of them. And the first thing we want to correct is that we have been calling the examination WAEC. The examination is not WAEC. WAEC is the examining body. Is the body that is examining the student. That's the name of that is WAEC, but the exam the student are writing is called Wassce, which is the short form of West Africa Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination. West Africa Senior Secondary School Examination. That is the full name of this, the full meaning of Wassce. So Wassce 2024 General Mathematics Objective Question is what we want to discuss in this video. So what are we going to be doing, or what do you expect from us in this video? We are going to be solving each of the questions. Sorry, we are going to be telling you the topic where each of the question came from, or where they selected each of the question, and also we are going to be solving each question step by step together in this video. And also we are going to be solving all the 50 questions all together, because we have 50 questions in the objective quest part. And also we are going to be selecting the correct answer from the options provided. So this video is a wonderful video, and we want you to share the video, comment in the comment section of this video, like the video, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button right now, so that you will be informed or notified whenever we post resource material on this channel. And after this video we are going to be uploading also the theoretical part of this Wassce 2024 General Mathematics of theory, and also the further mathematics as well. So before don't forget to subscribe, so that you'll be notified when we post all these videos. Alright, the first question you are going to be solving is the one you are having on the screen right now, and the question is from the standard form. The question is from standard form. Of course, you have to multiply this number by this number and to leave an answer in standard form. Of course, the student are provided with calculator, so a student can easily multiply this by this and pick the correct answer from this option if the student knows how to use the calculator very well. But what if this question is given in a jump examination, which you don't have access to calculator? How do you go about it? So we are going to be showing you the step-by-step solution to this question number 1. So the first thing is we have 3.4 times 10 raised to the power minus 5 multiplied by 7.1 times 10 raised to the power 8. So the two numbers, they are both in standard form. So the first thing you can do is to rearrange. So you can rearrange this number. So we have 3.4 times 7.4. So 3.4 times 7.4, then times 10 raised to the power minus 5 times 10 raised to the power 8. Then you can now multiply this by this. Now this can multiply this. So if 3.4 times 10 7.1, that will give us a 24.14. Then we can now apply the law of indices to this one and this one, because we are having a number with base and power, which is index. A number with base and power, so we can apply law of indices to bring these together since they have the same base. So we have a 10 raised to the power minus 5 plus 10. You know the reason why we are adding the power, because they are multiplying themselves. So according to the law of indices, we can take one of the base and add the power together. So if you add the power, we have 2.4 sorry, 24.14 times 10 raised to power minus 5 plus 8 will give us 3. So from there, of course, because one asks us to leave our answer in standard form, so this is not yet in standard form because the decimal point is meant to be in between the first and second digit. So that means we need to move decimal point to this in between 2 and 4. So if you move it in between 2 and 4, you'll be having 2.414 times 10 raised to power 1. 10 raised to power 1 is the number of times you move the decimal point to the front. So you have 10 raised to power 1 times 10 raised to power 3 here. So also you can now apply the law of indices to this and this as well, just like we have done here. So that should give us a 2.4 times 2.414 times 10 raised to power 1 plus 3, and 1 plus 3 give us 4. So that should give us a 2.414 times 10 raised to power 4, which means that the option C is the correct option for question number 1. Question number 2 is from a set. Question number 2 is from set. We are given that set P has P elements such that P ranging from 1 less than P less than 20, where P is an integer, and we have a set R having R elements where 0 is less than or equal to R less than or equal to 25, where R is the multiple of 4. We have to find P intersection R. So the first thing to do is that this set giving P and R, they are both coded right now. They are inequality formed. That is, we have you need to first of all list the elements of this set P and set R. So, and if you now know the element of this and this, then that's when you can now find the intersection between them. So this is called the range of sets, and we are having range of set of we are having set P having a range of set as the range of the element in set P is in form of range of set. So you first need to interpret this by listing the element that satisfy these inequalities and this inequality. Did I say inequality? This set and this set rather. Pardon me for that. So we are having that 1 is less than P, then P is less than 20. So that means if 1 is less than P, that means P will be greater than 1. So that means those elements in this set P must be greater than 1, but P is less than 20, and those elements must be less than 20. And those elements are integers. What are integers? Integers are positive or negative whole numbers. So, but you can see that in our options here, no negative numbers is provided, so we don't need to mind the negative numbers. So we need to mind only the positive integers. And you can so you can even see that the values of the value of P is all positive, because you are having from 1 is less than P, that means P is greater than 1, so that means you have plus 2 to P is less than 20, that will be up to 19. So if I check the elements of the set P, will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. These are the elements in this set P. So let's look at the set R. We are having that 0 is less than or equals to R, less than or equals to 25. So that means the element is less than or equals to 0. So 0 is less than or equals to R. So that means 0. That means R is greater than or equals to 0. 0 is less than or equals to R. That means R is greater than or equals to 0. So that means 0 is part of the element in this set. So, but R is less than or equals to 25. So that means between 0 and 25 will be element in this set R. But we are not to list all the elements from 0 to 25. We are told that those elements those elements are multiple of 4. Excuse me. So those elements are multiple of 4. So you are looking for the multiple of 4 from 0 to 25. So that should give us 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. These are the multiple of 4 from 0 to 25. So now that we have the element of these two sets, we are now to look for intersection between them. So that you know the meaning of intersection. The element that is common to this set and this set. So therefore set P intersection R will give us 4 is here, 4 is here, so 4 is there, then 8 is there, 8 is here, so we have 8. 12 is here, 12 is here, we have 12. Then 16 is here, 16 is also here, you have 16. There's no other number that is common to this and this, so that intersection between the two sets is 4, 8, 12 and 16, which is option B. Question number 3 is from the sequence and series, and in this case it is from arithmetic progression. We are told that the first term of an arithmetic progression AP is 2 and the last term is 29. If the common difference is 3, you have to find number of terms in the AP. So we know that the first term of an AP is A, so A is going to be 2. The first term of an AP is 2, so A is equal to 2, and the last term, which is nth term, the nth term, which is 29, is given, and we are told that the common difference, which is D, is equal to 3. So you have to find the number of terms in that sequence. So we know that the nth, you are looking for the number of terms, which is our n. So we are looking for a number of terms in that sequence, which is our n, and we know that the nth term of an AP is equals to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by D. So we know that the nth term, which is also the last term. So we have 29 is equals to the first term is 2 plus open bracket n minus 1 multiplied by 3. So we can take the like times here. 2 can come to this side. We have 29 minus 2 equals to n minus 1 multiplied by 3. 29 minus 2 gives us 27. So you have 27 into n minus 1 multiplied by 3. So we can divide both sides by 3 so as to get rid of this 3 here, or you can open the bracket with 3. Anyone you like is acceptable. So but to fast track our work, you can divide both sides by 3, divide this by 3, divide this by 3. So we have 27 divided by 3, that should give us 9. So we divide this one by 3, so this 3 will go. So we have n minus 1, open the collect like times, you have n to be equals to 9, then plus 1. So n will be equals to 10, which is option C for question number 3. Question number 4 is from logarithm. You have to express in index form log x base a plus log y base a equals to 3. So you are trying to test your ability on the laws of logarithm, how to use the laws of logarithm. So we know that log x base a plus log a y base a equals to 3. They have the same base, so we can apply the laws of multiplication to this. That is, we are having plus, this plus will change to multiplication, so you multiply the number. So that means you'll be having log xy base a equals to 3. According to the law of logarithm, that means you can apply this x will multiply y, because you are having plus here, so plus will turn to multiplication. So from there, if you understand the meaning of logarithm, you can interpret that based on this. You can interpret this based on the meaning of logarithm. Log xy base a equals to 3 means that I can raise a 3 times to get xy. Log xy base a means that log xy base a equals to 3 means that I can raise a raised to power 3. I can raise a 3 times to get xy. That's the meaning of this logarithm. So logarithm of a number in a particular base is the number of times you can raise the base to get the number. So if you want to understand logarithm very well, you can check my video on a logarithm. Check my channel on logarithm. There's a video there that explained everything on logarithm for if you want to understand logarithm very well. So like I said here now, this one will give us a raised to power 3 equals to xy. That is, xy is equals to a raised to power 3. So if you look at the option provided, we have is that option D is the correct option for question number 4. Question number 5 is from the algebraic expression. You have to simplify those algebraic expression. You have to simplify the algebraic expression given to us. We are given that 2p minus q squared minus open bracket p plus q squared. So we have to simplify this algebraic expression. And if you understand this very well, this is topic is from SS2 class, and you discover that what is given to us is a difference of two squares. This and this is a difference of two squares because you have a minus here. So this bracket square minus this bracket square is a difference of two squares. Like, let's try to remind ourselves of what difference of two squares is about. If I have a square minus b square, that should give us a plus b into a minus b, which means this shows that this is a difference of two squares. And if you compare this and this together, you discover that this and this is still the same thing as this as well, where our a is standing for 2p minus q and our b is standing for p plus q. So what can you do? Anywhere you see a here, you replace it with 2p minus q, and anywhere you see b, what do you replace it with? Replace it with p plus q. So that's what you are going to do here now. So therefore your 2p minus q squared minus open bracket p plus q squared, which is this question given to us, will now be equals to whatever you see a here, what do you put? 2p minus q, which is this, plus whatever you see b, what will you put? Whatever you see b, what will you put? You put p plus q, so plus p plus q, then open bracket again, your a is 2p minus q, then minus this minus here, this minus open bracket. This is why you are opening bracket, because the minus will multiply whatever is in the bracket. So what's our b? Our b is p plus q, then close the bracket. From there you can simplify the bracket. So we have a 2p plus q will give us a 3q, sorry, 2p plus p will give us a 3p rather, then minus q plus q give us 0, so you have 3p left there. Then from there, if you open this bracket with this minus, you have a minus p minus q, so that will give us this. Then from there, you can now collect like times here as well. We have 2p minus p, that will give us p. Then minus q give us a minus 2q. So from there, you have a 3p into p minus 2q. Excuse me. As the answer for question number 5. And if you look at the option provided, you can see that the option A is the correct option for question number 5. Question number 6 is from the sword. Question number 6 is from sword. We have that if 3 minus 4 sort 2 multiplied by 1 plus 3 sort 2 is equals to a plus b sort 2, we have to find the value of b. So like I told you, the question is from sword. All we need to do is to we are looking for the value of this b, and there's no way you can find this b unless you make the left hand side look like a right hand side, because we're having equality sign here. So we need to simplify the left hand side to make it look like a right hand side. And how do we do that? We expand the bracket, open the bracket. So 3 times 1 will give us 3. Then 3 times 3 sort 2 will give us a 9 sort 2. Minus 4 sort 2 times 1 will give us minus 4 sort 2. Then minus 4 sort 2 times 3 sort 2 will give us a minus 12 times 2. 3 times minus 4 give us minus 12. Then sort 2 times sort 2 give us 2, equals to this. So then you can now collect like times here, or before that you can multiply, you can simplify this. We have 3 plus 9 sort 2 minus 4 sort 2 give us a 5 sort 2. Then minus 12 times 2 will give us a minus 24, equals to this. Then from there you can collect like times at the left hand side here. 3 minus 24 will give us a minus 21. So 3 minus 24 will give us minus 21 plus 5 sort 2, so equals to a plus b sort 2. Then if you can compare the both side now, compare both sides, you discover that our a will be equals to minus 21, and then our b will be equals to 5. So we have sort 2 here and sort 2 here. So that means we have a 5 sort 2 to be equals to b sort 2. Divide both sides by sort 2. You'll be having your b to be equals to 5. So that means the value of b is 5, which is option A. Question number 7 is from the arithmetic of finance, and in this case is from simple interest. You have to find the time for which $1,000, 250 will amount to $2,031.25 at 12.5% per annum simple interest. So we are looking for time, giving the principal and giving the amount and giving the rate, looking for the time. So like I told you, is from simple interest. We have the amount to be equal to principal plus interest. So and we know that interest is same as a PRT over 100. From there we can simplify further before we now substitute our answers or values. So you can multiply through by 100 to clear this fraction. So if I multiply this by 100, I have 100A equals to, multiply this by 100, I have 100P plus P. If I multiply this one by 100, I have PRT. Then from there I can take this 100P to this side, so I have a PRT left equals to 100A minus 100P. Then from there our aim is to find T here. So we can divide both sides by PR. So you have T is equals to 100A minus 100B over PR. But we know that 100 is common to this numerator. You can factorize 100 out. So you have 100 into A minus P. So from there, what can we do? Now that we have made T solve for the formula here, which is the time we are looking for, we can substitute the value given to us. We have the amount to be $2,031.25. So we can put that there. So we have 100 times this minus our principal is 1,250 over principal times rate, which is 12.5. If you simplify this one with your calculator, you should be having 5 years as the answer for question number 7, which is option D. Question number 8 is also from logarithm. You have to, if log 2x minus 1 base 3 is equal to 5, you have to find the value of x. This is still based on the idea of laws of logarithm and the definition, the meaning of logarithm. Log 2x minus 1 base 3 equals to 5 means that I can raise 3 5 times to give me 2x minus 1. I can raise 3 5 times to give me 2x minus 1. So that should give us a 2x minus 1 is equals to 3 raised to power 5. So we have 2x minus 1 equals to 3 raised to power 5 is 243. Then collect like times, so you have 2x is equals to 243 plus 1. 2x will give us a 244. So we can divide both sides by 2. So s will be 122, which is option D. Question number 9 is from the arithmetic. It's also from the arithmetic of finance. You are told that the population of a town increases by 3% every year. In the year 2000, the population was 3,000. Find the population in the 2003. This question is synonymous to inflation. This question is synonymous to inflation. If you remember inflation in arithmetic of finance, so if the rate of increase is 3% every year, so that means the rate is constant. So we can use the formula for finding inflation to find the population in the 2003. So you can use the formula for finding amount in compound interest to find to know the population in 3 years, since we have a constant rate of increase in every year. So all we need to do is to have the amount to be equal to principal into 1 plus rate over 100 raised to power n. So we have that this amount is talking about the number of the population, where P will represent the number of people in the year 2000, which was 3,000, and R will be the rate, which is 3%, and n will be the difference between 2000 and 2003, that will be 3. So we are using, you can also solve this question step by step, but first of all find the population in 2000. That should be 3,000, then plus the rate. 3% of 3,000 will give us plus the 3% of this 3000 plus this 2000 will give us the population in the 2000. Then find the rate of your answer again and add again and keep adding like you are compounding interest. So but you can use this formula to find the population in 2003. So P is 3000 into 1 plus our rate is 3/100, then raised to power number of periods, which is 3 years. So from there, if you simplify further, we have 1 plus 0.03. If you do 3/100, give us 0.03 raised to power 3. From there, we can simplify further with a calculator. That should give us 3278 approximately, which is option B. Question number 10 is from percentage error. Is from percentage error. A trader gave a change of 540 naira instead of 570 naira to a customer. We have to calculate the percentage error. So we know that percentage error is error over actual change multiplied by 100. So the first thing to do is to find the error itself. So error will be the 570 minus 540, that will give us a 30 naira. 30 naira is the error in the change given. So therefore percentage error will now be 30, which is the error, over the actual change, which is 540 multiplied by 100. And if you simplify that further, 0 will cancel 0 and reduce it. You'll be having 5 whole number 5 over 19% as the option, as the correct answer, which is the option A for question number 10. Question number 11 is from the polygon. Is from polygon. You are told that an interior angle of a regular polygon is 168 degrees. You have to find the number of sides the polygon has. So like I said, the question is from polygon. So we are given the each interior angle of that polygon. So we want to know the number of sides the polygon has. So we know that each interior angle of any regular polygon will be equals to n minus 2 multiplied by 180 over n. So this is the formula for finding each interior angle of a regular polygon. So we will be given the each interior angle of that polygon, which is 168. So all you need to do is to equate this value to this formula. So that means you have 168 equals to n minus 2 multiplied by 180 over n. From there you can cross multiply. So you have 168n equals to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Open the brackets. We have 168n equals to 180n minus 360. Collect the like times. You have 168n minus 180n equals to minus 360. Subtract this, you'll be having minus 12n equals to minus 360. Divide both sides by minus 12. So your n will be equals to 30. So that means the polygon has 30 sides, which is option A. Question number 12 is from the simultaneous equation. You are given that 3x minus 2y equals to minus 5 and 3x plus 2y equals to 9. You have to find the value of x minus y over x plus y. So the first equation is this, and the second equation is this. So you can solve this equation simultaneously to get the value of our x and y before we now substitute it into this to get the value. So if this equation 1 is the equation 2 is this, so we can easily eliminate y, because y, the coefficient of y here is same thing as the coefficient of y here. So we can easily eliminate this y to get x, so we have to get y again. So if you had this equation 1 and equation 2, so you have 3x plus x, that gives us 4x, then minus 2y plus 2y will give us 0. So you have minus 5 plus 9, that gives us 4. So divide both sides by 4, x will be equal to 1. Then substitute this into equation 1 or equation 2. In this case, into equation 2. So we have equation 2 to be x plus 2y equals to 9. So you have 1 plus 2y equals to 9. So we have 2y equals to 9 minus 1. You have 2y equals to 8. Then y will be equals to 4. Now we know the value of x, we know the value of y. We can substitute that into this so as to get the value of this. So we have our x minus 1, y, that gives us 1 minus 4. Then x plus 1 is 1 plus 4. So that should give us minus 3 over 5, which is option C. Question number 13 is from the variation. You are told that a variable w varies partly as m and partly inversely as p. Which of the following correctly represent the relation with k1 and k2 are constant? So this question is from the variation, but in this, the type of variation that we are giving here is the partial variation. So you are giving partial variation. W varies partly as m. So that means this m will have a constant k. So we have w is equals to m k1, then and partly inversely as p plus the constant for k, plus the constant of the second variable, which is p. So that means we having plus k2 over that is inversely, that will be over p. So that is you'll be having w is equals to w varies partly as m. W varies partly as m, but this m needs a constant, so that will give us a k1. That will give us a k1 there. So w varies partly as m, so w is equals to m, but this m will have a constant, which is the k1, and partly inverse, so as p, partly inversely as p. So this p also will have a constant, which is the k2, but we are having inverse there. This one is direct, this is inverse, so we'll be having plus. Inverse is 1 over, so that gives us a 1 over p. Then the constant multiplying the constant k2 multiply the 1, so we'll be having a k2 over p. So which is the equation that represents this joint partial variation, and I think that's option C for question number 13. Question number 14 is from the maturation of solid shape. You are told that a cylindrical metallic barrel of height 2.5 meters and radius 0.24 meters is closed at one end. You are to find, correct with one decimal place, the total surface area of the barrel. So we are talking about the maturation of solid shape here. In this case, we are measuring a cylinder. So the total surface area of a cylinder with one closed end is the core surface area of the cylinder plus the area of the closed end. So total surface area of the one closed end of cylinder is the core surface area of the cylinder plus area of the closed end of that cylinder. So core surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi r h plus the area of the closed end is pi r square. So we can factorize pi r out of this, so we have pi r into 2h plus r. So we have been given the value of the, we know the pi is 22 over 7 given, and the radius is 0.245 meters multiplied by 2 times the height is 2.5 plus the radius is 0.25. If you simplify this further, we'll be having 4.0 meters as total surface area, which is the option C. So calculator can help you simplify this without wasting your time at all. Question number 15, you have to make, this question is from the subject formula. You have to make a r subject of the formula of this relation. V is equals to pi L into r square minus r square. So like I said, it's from the subject formula. We have V is equals to pi L into r square minus small r square. We have to make a this big R sort of the formula. What can we do? The first thing is to get rid of this pi L, divide both sides by pi L. So you'll be having V over pi L equals to r squared minus r squared. So our aim is to make this one sort of a formula, so that we can take this minus r squared to this side. So that means you'll be having r squared is equals to V over pi L plus small r squared. Then from there we can, our aim is to find r, so that means we need to find the square root of both sides. So r will be equal to square root of V over pi L plus r squared. So which is the option option A for question number 15. Question number 16 is from the propositional logic. It's from logic, propositional logic. We have to consider the following statement. we have statement or proposition M. Edna is respectful. We have proposition N. Edna is brilliant. We have that if M then N. That is, if Edna is respectful, then Edna is brilliant. Which of the following is valid? That is, which of these options given to us is also implies if M then N. Out of this option A to D, one of them is equivalent to this statement given to us here, this compound statement given to us here, M if M then N. One of them is equivalent to this, and that's what we want you to find out. So there are many ways to get this. We can prepare the truth table for this, and this one, so as to know which one is equivalent, because that's the best way to do it. So if you look at this truth table for all this option given to us, we can see that of course we have a position, position M, which is this, and we have N, which is this. So all their true values. So if this one is true, this can also be true, true, false, false, true, and false, false. So then these are the options that we could have for this position M and N. Then let's find the truth table for if M then N. So but before we do that, since we have negation of this proposition, so we need to get negation of M and proposition of N as well. So if you negate T, we have F. If you negate T, we also have F. If you negate F, we have T. If you negate F here, we also have T. For N, if I negate T here, I have F. If I negate F, I have T. If I negate T, I have F. If I negate F, I have T as well for this as well. So now let's go to this if M then N. So if N then M, if M then N. So T, if T then T, that will give us true. If T then false, that will be false. If false then true, that will be true. Then if false then false, that will be true as well. So these are the truth table for if M then N. So let's get for this one, if negation of N, if negation of M then negation of N. So let's get the truth table for that. So if negation of M then negation of N. So if F, sorry, if F then F, that will give us for here you give us true. FT will give us a true again. True F will give us a F. Then true will give us true. So we can see that the answer of this one is not the same thing as this one. So that means this one is out. Let's test the second one. We have if N then negation of M. If N then negation of M. Let's see that one. So this is our N and this is negation of M. So T true false, that will give us a false. False true or false, that will give us a true. True that will give us a true. Then false true, that should give us a true as well. So if you look at this as well and compare with this, we can see that they are not the same thing as well. So that means this one is also not this one does not imply this as well. Then let's test for this. If negation of N then negation of M. So false will give us a true. True false will give us a false. False true will give us a true. Then true will give us a true. So we can see that this and this, they have the same results. So that means this if N then N also means if not N then not M. So that means this and this are equal. So let's test for the last one. If N then M. Let's see. So true will give us a true. We see that. Then false true will give us a true. Then true false will give us a false. Then false will give us true. So this also is not equivalent to this as well. So that means this and this are equivalent. So we have this result and this result to be equal. So that means the answer is option C for question number 16. Question number 17 is from the word problem leading to fraction. A number is added to both the numerator and the denominator of a fraction 1/8. So let the number be x that is added to this fraction. So and the result is 1 over 2. So a number that is added to this fraction 1 over 8. So but it's not just added, it's added to the both numerator and the denominator. So the numerator is 1, then the denominator is 8. So if s is added to 1 and 8, what do you have? You have a 1 plus x over 8 plus x equals to 1 over 2. Cross multiply from there. 1 will multiply 8 plus x, 2 will multiply 1 plus x. So you have 2 into 1 plus x equals to 1 multiplied by 8 plus x. If you open a bracket, we have a 2 plus 2x equals to 8 plus x. Then collect like times, you have 2x minus x equals to 8 minus 2. So s will be equals to 6. That will be option D for question number 17. So question number 18 is from ratio. Like the question is from ratio, and this question belongs to junior secondary school. Although we also have the part of it in senior secondary school, but I don't expect this. So we are given that Gifty, Justina, Franca share 60 oranges in the ratio of 5 to 3 to 7 respectively. How many oranges did Justina receive? So if you remember this very well, all you need to do is to add the ratios together. So you have the sum of the ratio, so that will give us 15. So which of this ratio belongs to Justina? You know that Justina is the second one, which is the 3. So that means we having 3. The Justina share will be 3 over the total ratio multiply the number of oranges shared. So if you simplify that, 15, 60, that should give us a 4. 4 times 3 will give us a 12. So that means Justina has a 12 oranges, which is option A. Question number 19 is from quadratic equation. You are given the root of the quadratic equation to find the equation to find the quadratic equation. We are given the root of the quadratic equation to be 2 over 3 and minus 1. You have to look for the quadratic equation. So there are quite a number of ways to do this, but the simplest form is to use the template of or the template of quadratic equation given the root of the quadratic equation, which is x squared. The reason why we are having s here because they use s as the variable of the equation, so I can use x as well. So you have s squared minus open bracket the sum of the roots multiplied by x plus the product of the root equals to 0. So sum of the root, now we need to add this and this together. So you'll be having s squared minus open bracket 2 over 3 plus minus 1 multiplied by x plus product of the root. We have 2 over 3 times minus 1 equals to 0. So if you simplify that further, minus 1 times plus times minus will give us a minus. Then here you'll be having s squared minus 2 over 3 minus 1 x. Then minus 1 times 2 over 3 give us a minus 2 over 3 equals to 0. Simplify the brackets. You have s squared minus, if you find the LCM of this, you'll be having minus 1 over 3 multiplied by x here. So then minus times minus will give us a plus. You'll be having s squared plus 1 over 3x minus 2 over 3 equals 0. So we are having a fraction here, fraction. So this is an equation, so we are safe to multiply through by 3 so that you can clear the denominators. So you multiply this by 3, you have a 3x squared. Multiply this by 3, you have a x. Multiply this by 3, you have minus 2 equals to 0. So which is the option B, I think, for question number 19. Question number 20 is from the measuration of plane shapes. Measuration of plane shape. A piece of rod of length 44 meters is cut to form a rectangular shape such that the ratio of the length to the breadth is 7 to 4. Find the breadth. You are given that the piece of a rod of length 44 meters is cut to form a rectangular shape such that the ratio of the length to the breadth is 7 to 4. You have to find the breadth. So what can you say about the ratio of the length to the breadth is 7 to 4 as you have been given. So we know that ratio also simply means a division, so that means you can write this as a L over B equals to 7 over 4. We can get that one equation 1. Then we know that this piece of rod that formed the length 44 meter that is cut, so the piece of this length also represent the perimeter of the rectangle, because this rod was cut to form the rectangular shape. So that means the length of the rod is also the same thing as the perimeter of the rectangle. So from there, perimeter of a rectangle is 2L plus 2B. That perimeter of a rectangle, which can be written as a perimeter to be 2 into L plus B. Then from there, we know the perimeter of the rectangle, which is 44. You have 44 equals to 2 into L plus B. You can divide both sides by 2. So we have a 22 equals to L plus B. Then from there, we can divide through. You can divide both sides by B. If I divide this one by B, so we have 22 over B equals to L over B plus 1. Divide this one by B, I have 22 over B equals to L over B plus 1. Then from there, we already have the value of L over B, which is 7 over 4. If I put that here, I have 22 over B equals to 22 over B equals to 7 over 4 plus 1. Then from there, we can simplify the left hand side by finding the LCM, and that should give us 22 over B equals to 11 over 4. Find the LCM of this the right hand side, rather. So you have 11 over 4. From there, you can cross multiply. We have 11B is equals to 88. Then B divided both sides by 11. B will be equals to 8 meters, which is option A. Question number 21 is from the plane geometry. It's from plane geometry. We are given this diagram, and in the diagram, side MN is parallel to side KL. MN is parallel to KL. Then side ML and KN intersect as X. So this side and this side intersect at X here. If side MN is equal to 12 centimeters and the side MX is equals to 10 centimeters and side KL is equals to 9 centimeters, you have to, if the area of a triangle MXN is 16 centimeters squared, calculate the area of the LSK. You have to find the area of this triangle here, given the area of this triangle. So of course, like I told you, the question is from the plane geometry. So the first thing to know that to check if this triangle and this triangle are similar. They are similar triangle because they have something in common. If this side is parallel to this side, that means this angle here and this angle here are equal. They are alternate angles. That means this angle here and this angle here are also equal. They are alternate angle. The angle here as well and this angle here, the one here and the one here, they are also equal, vertically opposite. So we can say that the two triangles are similar and they are also equal triangle. So that is how to verify if two triangles are similar or they are equal. So we are now sure that this triangle MXN and is similar to triangle KSL. Now how would that help us? If they are similar, that means their areas also have relationship. They have relationship between their areas. That's what it implies. So that means the area of a triangle MSN divided by the area of this one will be equals to this side, the square of this triangles, the square of this side of the triangle over the square of this side of the triangle given to us. That is, the area of this triangle over the area of this triangle will give us, it will be equals to the square of this side over the square of this side. So we know the area of this triangle MSN, which is 16 centimeter given to us, over, let's call the area of this one you are looking for, let's call it X for simplicity's sake, equals to the MN the side mn squared, that will give us 12 squared over side kl squared, that will give us 9 squared. Then from there, if we simplify further, we have 16 over a equals to 144 over 81. Cross multiply. We have s times 144 gives us 144x is equals to 16 times 81. That will give us a 144 equals to 1296. Divide both sides by 144, that will give us 1296 over 144. Then s will be 9 centimeters squared, which is option B for question number 21. Question number 22 is from application of trigonometric ratio. Application of trigonometric ratio, we have that a ladder 15 meters long leans against a vertical pole, make an angle of 72 degrees with the horizontal. We have to calculate to 1 decimal place the distance between the foot of the pole and the ladder. So like I told you, if this line represents the pole, which is the pole, then the ladder is this, which leans against the pole. I told that the ladder is 15 meters, so there's a distance between the foot of this ladder and the foot of the pole, so which is what you are looking for. Then we are given that the angle that this ladder make with the horizontal ground, which is from here to here, this is the foot of the ladder and this is the ground. The angle formed here will be 72 degrees, so we have 72 degrees there formed. Then we have to find the distance between the foot of the ladder and the pole, so we can call that one x. So we know that this is going to give us a right angle triangle. So that means out of the right angle triangle, we are looking for this side, which is the adjacent to this angle 72 degrees. We are giving this hypotenuse side. So the relation between this angle, this side, and this angle, that should give us adjacent over hypotenuse, that will be cos. So we have cos 72 equals to x over 15. Cross multiply, we have s to be cos of 15 cos 72. Simplify that, that should give us 4.6 meters for question number 22. I also have a video on trigonometric ratio that could enlighten you more on trigonometric ratio. Check my YouTube channel. You will see a video that is made on trigonometric ratio, and if you watch the video, your life will never remain the same. Question number 23 is on circle and related to right angle triangle. Now you are given this circle, and in the circle, in the diagram, O is the center of the circle, and side OA is 25 centimeter, and side AB is 40 centimeter. You have to find side OH. Now if you remember very well, before this question is basically related to midpoint theorem in circle. Midpoint theorem, that is when you have a chord in the circle and there is a line drawn from the center of the circle to the chord. That line would do something to the chord. It will bisect it into two equal parts. So that means you'll be having a triangle like this in the triangle formed. So you'll be having your AO, you'll be having your AH and OH. We are looking for OH. We have our AO, which is the radius. We have it 25 centimeters. Our AB, because this line is drawn from the center to the chord, is going to divide this chord into two equal parts. So that means your AB will be what, 20 centimeter, according to the midpoint theorem. So you can use that to find this side OH using Pythagoras theorem. So we can say that the square of the hypotenuse, which is 25 square, equals to the sum of the square of the remaining two sides. That will be 20 square plus OH square. So that should give us 625 equals to 400 plus OH square. Collect the like times, you have OH square be equals to 625 minus 400. That will give us a 225. Find the square root of both sides. OH will be 15 centimeter, which is option A for question number 23. Question number 24 is from bearing. We are given that P is 25 meters on the bearing of 330 degrees from Q. How far south of P is Q? So it's from bearing, also related to the right angle triangle. So we are given that we are given the bearing of P from Q. So the bearing of Q is given, so we can do this, draw the cardinal point, and you know that this is 3 digit bearing 330 degrees, so you can locate that here, which is label Q. So 360 will fall at this side, it will fall in this quadrant from the north back to the north. So you have 330 will fall here. So if I draw a straight line here, so then I will have a P here. Now we'll have a point P here, so and that should give us a P. And we are told that the bearing of this P from Q is 330 degrees. That will be from the north back to this point here where this line joined them, so that should give us 330 degrees. Then we are told that the distance between P and Q is 25 meters. So from there, how far south of P is Q? How far south of P is Q? Where is the south of P? This is the south of P here. So I can extend a line from here to this Q here. Then I can now extend this Q to this. So I can extend this Q to this. So I will have a rectangle or triangle. So how far south of P is Q? So that means we are looking for from here to here. We are looking for distance from here to here that we are looking for. So we have to find from here to here, which is the south of P, and that is how long from here. You are looking for how far south of P is this Q. So Q is equivalently equally from this point and this point, which is the south of P. So this point where Q is and this point where which is the south of P is the distance of Q from the south of P. So that means we are looking for this side, which is I label X. And if you know that this is a right angle triangle, that means we need an angle, since we only have a side given. So we need an angle in this triangle. And where can we get the angle? We are giving from here, this bearing from here to here to be 330 degrees. 330 degrees. Then we know that from this north to this west is 270. That we can find from here to here, which is the remaining angle inside the triangle. So we can find from here to here, that will be 330 minus 270, which is from here to this west here, and that should give us a 60 degrees. So now you can now use this to find this side, which is opposite of this angle over hypotenuse. So that will be sine 60 equals to x over 25. Cross multiply, that will give us x will be 25 times 60, and if you simplify, that will give us 21.7 meters, which is option B. And if you want to really understand everything on bearing, you can check the video I made on bearing in on my YouTube channel. So question number 25 is from depreciation, also on arithmetic of finance. A car valued at $600,000 depreciate by 10% each year. What will be the value of the car at the end of the 2 years? So now the question is from depreciation and also from arithmetic of finance. Then what can we do? You are given the value of the car at the beginning, which is $600,000, depreciate by this rate 10% each year, and since it depreciates at the constant rate for each year, so instead of doing it step by step, we can also use a formula, which is the formula for finding amount in compound interest. But instead of using plus, you'll be having minus. So that means the amount of the car after depreciation will be P multiplied by 1 minus rate over 100 raised to power n. Then from there, the reason why we are subtracting is because of depreciation. You know, we have also used this formula in some of the questions we saw before now, when we are looking for the number of population. So and there we use addition, because that one was inflation or appreciation, or what am I going to call it? So in this case we are going to subtract because it's depreciation. So instead of doing it step by step, so your P will be principal, which is the amount of the car initially, R is the 10%, which is the rate, and N will be the number of years or period of time we depreciated. So if you substitute that, we have 600,000 multiplied by 1 minus 100, 10 over 100 squared. Simplify for that, we have 600,000 multiplied by 1 minus 0.1 squared. With your calculator, you have your amount of the car to be $486,000 after depreciation for 2 years, which is option C. So we have just solved 25 questions out of the 50 questions now, and I believe you have been enjoying the discussion so far. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click the subscribe button right now, so that you'll be notified when we post the theoretical part of this question. And please share this video and like it. So let's jump to the next question, which is question number 26. Question number 26 is also from the measuration of solid shape, and in this case we are measuring cuboid. The length and the breadth of a cuboid are 15 centimeter and 8 centimeter respectively. If the volume of the cuboid is 1560 centimeter cube, you have to calculate total surface area of the cuboid. So we know that in calculating total surface area of the cuboid, we need the length, we need the breadth, and we need the height. So height is not given, so we cannot find the total surface area of the cuboid yet, but we are given the volume. So the volume given to us can enable us to find the height of the cuboid, because we know that the volume of a cuboid is length times breadth times height. So we are given the volume to be 1560 equals to the length is 15 multiplied by the breadth, which is 8 multiplied by the height. Simplify for that. 15 times 8 give us 120, then divide both sides by 120. A should be equals to 13 centimeters. Now that we know the height of the cuboid, we can now find the total surface area. Total surface area of a cuboid is 2 into L plus LB plus BH plus LH. Since we have all these variable, we can substitute them. You have 2 into length is 13. Sorry, the length is okay. Even if the answer that the breadth is 8, there's a mistake here, but nevertheless they will still give us the same answer. The length is 15, so we have 15 times breadth, which is 15 times 8, and that's what we are 15 times the length times breadth, length times breadth. Sorry, give me to figure it out. The length is 15 and the breadth is 8. Okay, length times breadth plus breadth times h times length times h. So I think there's a what's it called? See, there's an error in the substitution of the values here. So you are supposed to be having length, which is 15 times the breadth, which is 8. You have 15 times 8, and that one is not here at all. Then the breadth is 8 times the height, which is 13. This is correct. Then length is 15 times the height, which is 12. So this is supposed to be 15 times 8, not 13 times 8. So that means I repeated this one twice. This one and this one are the same. So this one should be 15 times 8, not 8 times 13 times 8. So please correct that from your hand. So this should be 15 times 8. So there's an error in substitution here. So, and if you simplify that, you'll be having 15 times 8 here, then plus 8 times 13 plus 15 times 13. So if you simplify 15 times 8, you have give your answer here. Then this will give us this. Then add it together, whatever you get, multiply by 2. So I think let me see from my hand here. Just give me like 1 minute to check the correct answer from my hand, so that I can tell you what the correct answer will be. So you have 15 times 15 times 8 will give us 120. Okay, it's still correct. Excuse me, it's still correct. It's just that it's a wrong substitution that is made there. So 13 times 8 will not give us it will not give us 120. This is 15 times 8, so it's correct. So it's just that you change this one to 15. Yeah, please, not 13. So you see, I have 120, so there has to be an omission or error. So if you simplify that further, we have 120 plus 104 plus 195 multiplied by 2, that gives us 838 centimeters square as the total surface area of the cuboid. So option B is the correct option for question number 26. Question number 29 is from number base. You are told that the number 1621 was subtracted from 6244 in base x. If the result was 4323 in we have to find x, and don't forget that x represents the base. So we are told that this one is subtracted from this one, and they are in base x. You have this in base x minus this in base equals to this in base x. So the first thing to do is to convert each of them to base 10. So, and how do we convert from one base to base 10 is by expanding. And you have a 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3 0 1 2 3. So if you now expand that based on the power and the base, so you'll be having a 6 times s raised to power 3 plus 2 times s raised to power 2 plus 4 times s raised to power 1, which is this, plus 4 times s raised to power 0, which is this. So this will give us this up to this length, then minus open bracket. Why we open bracket? Because the minus will affect everything we have here. So change this one to base 10 as well. We have 1 times x raised to power 3, which is this, plus 6 times s raised to power 2, which is this, plus 2 times s raised to power 1, plus 1 times s raised to power 0, equals to, then change this one to base 10 as well. We have 4 times s raised to power 2, sorry, raised to power 3 rather, plus 3 times s raised to power 2, plus 2 times s raised to power 1, plus 3 times s raised to power 0. So they can now simply start simplifying. 6 times s cubed will give us 6s cubed plus 2s squared plus 4x plus 4, because s raised to power 0 will give us 1, minus, simplify the bracket out. We have 6s squared, sorry, we have a s cubed plus 6s squared plus 2x plus 1 equals to 4s cubed plus 3s squared plus 2x plus 3. You can now open the bracket with minus here. So we'll be having if you do that, you'll be having 6s cubed plus 2s plus 4s plus 4. Then everything will become minus. We have minus s cubed minus 6s squared minus 2x plus minus 1 equals to the left hand side. Collect like times here. 6s cubed minus s cubed, that gives us a 5s cubed. 2s squared minus 6s squared, that gives us minus 4s squared. 4x minus 2 give us 2x, then 4 minus 1 give us 3 equals to the left hand side. Then collect like times again. We have a 5s cubed minus 4s squared. Then okay, we have collect like time. We move everything here to this side. We have a 4s cubed minus 4s squared plus 2x plus 3. Then this one, everything here come to this side. We have a minus 4s cubed minus 3s squared minus 2s minus 3 equals 0. Then take the like times. 4s cubed minus 4s cubed give us a s cubed, minus 4s squared minus 3s squared give us a minus 7s squared, 2x minus 2s give us 0, 3s minus 3 give us 0 equals to 0. From there you can factorize s squared here. S squared is into s minus 7 equals to 0, and we know that according to the quadratic equation, we know what this one means. It means that our s squared is equal to 0, or s minus 7 is equal to 0. So in this case, s will be equal to 0 here, or s will be equal to 7 here. So the base can never be 0, it's not possible. So that means the base will be equal to 7. So therefore the s is equal to 7, which is the base, and that means option A is the correct option for question number 27. Question number 28 is from a quadratic expression. We have to factorize this completely. We have 27s squared minus 48y squared. So we would have called this one a difference of two square. Had it been this is 48 is a perfect square and 27 is a perfect square. So 27 and 48 are not perfect square. So that means you cannot use difference of two squared yet. But something is common to 27 and 48. So something is common, which is 3, I think. So 3 is common, we can factorize 3 out into 9x squared minus 16y squared. So we can now see that the inside the bracket that this is a perfect square. The bracket is a perfect square, and if you see, how do we know that 9 can be written as 3 squared, 16 can be written as 4 squared as well. So that means everything you have in the bracket is a difference of 2 squares. So that should give us a 3 into what you're having here minus of it, and what you're having here plus of it, which is a difference of 2 squares. I think we have done this one before, where we use a squared minus b squared. That give us a plus b into a minus b. So that means this one will give us a 3s minus 4y into 3s plus 4y, because this is a difference of 2 squares. So from there, if you look at the option provided, we can see that option B is the correct option for question number 28. Question number 29 is from inequalities, for which values of x is s minus 3 over 4 plus s plus 1 over 8 greater than or equal to 2. So we are looking, this is an inequalities involving fraction. So the first thing to do is to first of all find the LCM of the 4 and 8, and whatever we get, you multiply through by the LCM. So what's the LCM of 4 and 8? The LCM of 4 and 8 is 8, so we can multiply through by 8. So multiply this one by 8, you have this, multiply this one by 8, then multiply this by 8 as well. 4 in 8 will give us 2, so we have 2 into s minus 3 plus 8 in 8 will give us 1. So we have 1 times s plus 1, that gives us s plus 1 greater than or equals to 16. You can open the bracket here. We have 2s minus 6 plus s plus 1 is greater than 16. Then collect like times here. We have 2x plus s will give us 3x minus 6 plus 1 will give us a minus 5 greater than or equals to 16. Then from there we can move this 5 to this side. We have 3s is greater than or equals to 16 plus 5. Then we have 3s is greater than or equals to 21. Divide both sides by 3. So s will be greater than or equals to 7, which is option C for question number 29. Question number 30 is from circle geometry. It's from circle geometry. We are given that in the diagram, angle SQR is 52 degrees, and angle PRT is 16 degrees. This angle here, we have to find the value of angle Y, which is this angle here. So if you are very, very familiar with circle geometry, you can consider that this is a very simple question, because the circle itself is a cyclic quadrilateral. So this angle Y here and the angle QSR, this angle here, they are equal, because the exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the opposite interior angle. So this angle here is equal to this angle here. So angle QSR is equal to Y. The exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the opposite interior angle. So we can now see that we are having a triangle here, QSR. So from triangle QSR, we are given two angles already. You can find the third angle, which is the Y. So we have that 52 plus angle QSR, which is Y, plus 16 equals 180 degrees, sum of angle in a triangle. So we have 52 plus Y plus 16 equals 180. 52 plus 16 gives us 68, plus Y equals 180. Then Y will be 180 minus 68. So Y will be equals to 112 degrees, which is option C for question number 30. If you want to understand circle geometry very well, please check my channel. There's a video I made on the circle geometry involving all the theorems and how to solve the examination question on circle geometry. Question number 31 is also circle geometry. In the diagram, JKL is a tangent to the circle. This circle here at point K. Angle LKG is 38 degrees, and angle HIK, the angle here is 87 degrees. You got to calculate the value of angle X, which is the angle here. So if you understand that very well, also you can see that this circle is also a cyclic quadrilateral, because you are having a quadrilateral inside this circle, which is cyclilateral. So that means this angle here is 87 degrees, and the angle KGL, the angle here, they are equal. Exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to opposite interior angle. So this question is very similar to the question 31 that we solved. The same principle, the same way. So the angle here is equal to this angle here. So angle KGL is 87 degrees. Exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to opposite interior angle. Then from triangle GKL, from triangle KGL, this triangle here, we have this angle given, we have this angle, we can find x by summing them together. So we have 38 plus angle KGL plus x equals 180 degrees. So 38 plus 87 plus a equals 180 degrees. So if you add this together, we have a 125 plus a equals 180 degrees. Collect light times, we have s to be equals to 180 minus 125. So s will be equals to 55 degrees, which is option B for question number 31. Question number 32 is from mensuration of solid shape. We are told that a cone and a cylinder are of equal volume. The base of the radius of the cone is twice the radius of the cylinder. What is the ratio of the height of the cylinder to that of the cone? So we are told that the volume of the cone and that of the cylinder are equal. So what is the volume of a cone? Volume of a cone is 1 over 3 pi r square h. And what is the volume of a cylinder? Pi r square h. We are using different radius here because the radius of the cone is different from the radius of the cylinder, as you have been told here. So let's use a small r for the cone, let's use big R for the cylinder so as to separate between them. Now we can see that they have something in common. Pi is common here. We can divide both sides by pi. So you can divide both sides by pi. So we have 1 over 3 r square h equals to r square h here. Then from there, we are given the relationship between the radius of the cone and that of the cylinder. The base radius of the cone is twice the radius of the cylinder. So that means the radius of this cone will be 2 big R. That is, the radius of the cone, which is small r, will be equal to 2 big R. That's what this one means. The radius of the base of the cone, which is this small r, is twice the radius of the cylinder, which is 2 big R. So if you substitute that here, you'll be having 1 over 3 into 2 big R squared, because you're having square here. This 2 big R is representing just r, this small r. H equals to big R square h. Then 2r squared will give us a 4r squared. So we'll be having a 1 over 3 multiplied by 4r squared h equals to r squared h. Then from there, if you simplify that for that r squared is common, we can divide both sides by r squared. So we have a 4 over 3 h is equals to big H. You can divide both sides by the small h. You'll be having a 4 over 3 equals to big H over small h, which is the relationship between the height, the ratio between the height of the cylinder, which is the capital letter H, and the small of the cone, which is small letter h. I know that a ratio means ratio means division. So big H over small h means big H ratio small h, and 4 over 3 means 4 ratio 3. So that means this one can be written as a 4 to h, sorry, big H to small, big H ratio small h equals to 4 ratio 3. So option B is the correct option for question number 32. Question number 33 is also from plane mensuration, then with Pythagoras theorem. We are given this diagram. We have to find this side, which is h. So from the diagram which is given to us, we are given all these sides. We are given that this side is h. So we know that this is we can't call it a parallelogram yet. Sorry, we can't call it a trapezium yet, because we are not told that any side is parallel. So from there, what can we do? If this side is 19 meters, we can also indicate a straight line here, which is going to be equals to this straight line here. So we can bring a straight line here, so that will give us a rectangle here, and then that will give us a right angle triangle here as well. So if this is 19 meters, that means this side is also be 19 meters. Then we can find from here to here, because it's going to give us a right angle triangle. So we can now find it from here to here using, because of this right angle triangle, we have this side which is the hypotenuse, we have this side, you can find the third side using Pythagoras theorem. So let's call that side x. So you can find our x. Then our aim is to find from here to here, and we know that from here to here is 17. That means from here to here will also be 17. Whatever we get for our x, add it to 17, that will give us the height. So let's find it, use Pythagoras theorem to find this side. So that will be the square of the hypotenuse, which is 20 squared, equals to the square of this side plus the square of this side, which will be 19 squared plus s squared. So we have a 400 equals to 361 plus s squared. Collect like times. You have s squared equals to 400 minus 361. Then subtract that, s squared equals to 39. Then find the square root of both sides. We have s to be 6.2 meter approximately to 1 decimal place. Then our h, which is from here to here, will now be x plus 17. So that will be 6.2 plus 17. That will give us 28.2 meters. But we have to leave our answer in the nearest whole number. That will give us a 23 meters to the nearest whole number. So which is option C for question number 33. Question number 34 is from coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry, you are given that you are told that the gradient of the straight line joining this point P and Q is -4. We have to find the value of y. So like I told you, the gradient of a straight line given the two coordinates that the line passes through is equal to be change in y over change in x. So gradient is equal to change in y over change in x. Our change in 1 is y2 minus y1 over s2 minus x1. So the gradient is already given, which is -4. We have -4 equals to our y2, which is a y, minus our y1, which is a -8. You have -8 here, over our s2 is 1 and our s1 is 2. So we have 1 minus 2. So from there we have a -4 is equals to minus times minus will give us a plus here. You have y plus 4 over 1 minus 2 is a -1. From there you can cross multiply. You have a y plus 8 equals to -4 times -1. So that should give us a 4 is equals to y plus 8. Collect like time, you have y equals to 4 minus 8. Y will be equals to -4, which is option C for question number 34. Question number 35 is from the plane geometry as well. It's from plane geometry. You are given this diagram. In the diagram, side PQ is parallel to RS. PQ is parallel to RS, and the angle WYZ, W, then Y, then Z is 44. This angle here, and angle WXZ is 50 degrees. We have to find angle WTX, angle WTX. That means the angle here. We have to find this angle here that we are looking for. The angle is you are looking for is angle WTS, which is the angle here. So it's very simple as well, because if this line is parallel to this line, that make this line a line of transversal, and that make also this line another line of transversal. So this angle here, 44 degrees, is also equal to this angle here, because so this angle here and this angle here are alternate angle. So we can also see that this will form a triangle here, and in that triangle this angle is given, or we already got in this angle, which is 44, and this is 50. Then we can find the third angle in that triangle using sum of angle in the triangle. So like I said here, that angle TWX, which is this angle here, is equal to 44 degrees, is alternate to this angle here. So from triangle WTX, so we can do sum of angle in a triangle. Angle TWX, which is 44, plus 50, plus the angle we are looking for, which is WTX, which this angle, equal to 180 degrees, sum of angle in a triangle. So that will give us 44 plus 50 plus angle WTX equals 180. 44 plus 50 give us a 94 plus angle WTX equals 180. So angle WTX equals 180 minus 94. Then that will give us 86 degrees as the right answer, which is also option C for question number 35. If you want to know more on a plane measuration of plane shape, sorry, plane measuration of plane geometry rather, sorry for that, I'm trying to reboot. Plane geometry, please check my video, check my channel for video on a plane geometry, on all the plane geometry that I've made in the past, so that you can understand all this they are asking you. Question number 36 is also from the plane measuration, not plane geometry, but plane measuration. The perimeter of a rectangular garden is 90 meters. If the width is 7 meters less than the breadth, less than the length rather, find the length of the garden. So we know that the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 into L plus B, and we have been given the value of the perimeter, which is 90 equals to 2 into L plus B, divide both sides by 2. So we'll be having 45 equals to L plus B. You can call down equation 1. You are told that the width, there's a relation between the width and the length. The width is 7 meters less than the breadth. The width is 7 meters less than the breadth, less than the length rather. So that means the length will be 7 plus the breadth. So it means that the length will be a breadth plus 7, because the width, which is the breadth, is 7 less than that, less than the length rather. So that means the length will be equal to b breadth plus 7. So which is equation 2. Of course, there's another way you can solve this instead of going through this long method, but I just want to use this so that you can understand what I've done there. So now from here, now we can put this equation 2 into equation 1, because we are having L equals to b plus a. So wherever you see L here, you put b plus 7. So we have 45 equals to b plus 7, which is replacing L here plus b. So we have 45 is equals to b plus b gives us 2b. So we have 45 equals to 7 plus 2b. Collect like times 2b equals to 45 minus 7. 2b equals to 38. Divide both sides by 2. B will be equals to 19 meters. Now that we know that our breadth, you have to find the length, so you can return that into equation 2. So that means the length will be b plus 7, and b is 19. So we have 19 plus 7. That should give us 26 meters, which is option D for question number 36. Question number 37. Question number 37 is also from the plane geometry, which is a polygon. It's also from plane geometry, which is polygon. You are told that the 4 of the angles of an hexagon sum up to 420 degrees. You have to find the remaining angles. Sorry, if the remaining angles are equal, find the value of each angles. So we know that when it comes to hexagon has 6 angles, and 4 of them have been given, and they sum up to 420 degrees. If the remaining angles are equal, how many angles do we have left? We have 2 angles left. So we can say let each of the angle be x. So that means the 2 angles will now be s plus x. So then plus this 422 will give us the sum of angles in a regular hexagon. And to find the sum of angle in a polygon, we have n equals to 2 multiplied by 180. So we have 420 plus 2 equals to, hexagon has 6 sides. So you have 6 minus 2 multiplied by 120. So you have 420 plus 2 equals to 4 times 180. So 420 plus 2 equals to 720. Collect like times, you have 2 equals to 720 minus 420. So that should give us 300 equals to 2x. S will be equals to 150 degrees, which is option D. Question number 38 still on a plane geometry. Still on plane geometry, you have to find the value of x from this diagram given to us. Then the ability to interpret the diagram will go a long way. So what can we see in this diagram? We have this side and this side to be parallel. Well, we are not told that they are parallel, but you can see arrows on them. This is parallel to this. Likewise, this line is also parallel to this line because you can see arrows on them. So if they are parallel, what can we say? Now our aim is to find the value of x, which is this angle here. But we can see that this is a triangle. This big diagram here is a triangle NPM. That's a triangle, and in that triangle we have two angles given. You have this angle given, you have this angle given. Then we can find the angle that is here from this big triangle. So this 65 plus 55 plus this angle NMP will give us 180 degree sum of angles in a triangle. So from there, from angle MMP, we have angle NMP to be 180 minus 65 minus 55, which is 60 degrees. Reason being that the sum of angles in a triangle, that if I want to find this angle here, I need to remove this one and this one from 180 degrees. So that should give us that angle NMP, which is this, which is 60 degrees. Then we know that if you understand parallel line very well, we can see that this line is parallel to this line. That made this angle here and this angle to be opposite interior angles, because this is a parallel line, this is also a parallel line. That means this line is a line of transversal. So that made this angle and this angle to be opposite interior angle, and they are meant to add up to 180 degrees in parallel lines. So that means I have an angle NMP that I just found, this one I just found here, plus x to be equal to 180 degrees. So we have that opposite interior angles of parallel line are supplementary. So this is given to you found this one to be 60 plus x equals to 180. Collect line times s will be 180 minus 60, then s will be 120 degrees, which is option C for question number 38. Question number 39 and 40, you have to use this this data to solve this question number 39 and question number 40. We are given the masses of the members of a club to be this. We have to use to solve question number 39 and 40. First thing, to calculate the mean mass. To calculate the mean mass of this, so it's by adding these masses together divided by number of masses that we have there. So if you add them together, we have this, then divided by number of data we have there is 8. So that gives us a 400. If you add this together over 8, that should give us a 50 kilograms as the mean mass, which is option C for question number 39. So in question number 40, we have to use the same data to find the variance of the distribution. We have to find the variance of the distribution, and we should don't forget that the distribution given to us is an ungrouped data. So you are looking for the variance of an ungrouped data, and then that should be give us a summation of the deviation squared over number of data. So summation of the deviation squared over number of data, we have a summation x minus s bar squared over n. Our s bar is the mean that we just calculated now. The mean that we just got is the x bar. X is the data given to us, and n is the number of data given to us. So if you compute the table, x is the data given to us, the 8 of them. So we are having x minus x bar here. This is not x, this is x bar. I don't know why the bar is not showing. So we have x minus x bar here. What's our x bar? That is the 50 we got in the previous slide. So we are now removing this, we are removing our x bar, which is the mean, from this our x. So we have 59 minus 50, because in the mean that we got before we got 50. So 59 minus 50 give us 9. 44 minus 50 will give us minus 6. 53 minus 50 give us 3. 7 minus 50 give us 7. 49 minus 50 give us minus 1. 40 minus 50 minus 10. 40 minus 50 minus 2. 50 minus 50 give us 0. So we are now to square this deviation. We have to square it. You have s minus s bar squared. So 9 square give us 81, minus 6 square 36, 3 square 9, 7 square 49, minus 1 square is 1, minus 10 square is 100, 2 minus 2 square is 4. Then we are now to sum it together. Summation of this, that give us add this together, give us 180. Then you now return it into this formula. We have that the variance will be summation of this over n. That will be 280 divided by 8, and that should give us 35 as the variance, which is the option A. So question number 49 is from the plane mensuration. As also, two opposite sides of the rectangles are 5s plus 3 meters and 2s plus m meter plus 9 meters. If the adjacent side is 6s minus 7 meters, you have to find in meters squared the areas of the rectangle. So if I sketch the diagram for us, this is the rectangle, then the opposite side of the rectangles, so you can say this is equal to 5s plus 3m, which is this, and the opposite of it will also be 2s plus 9. Then because they are equal, although we know that this also are equal, so we're just selecting one side now to be the equal one. And we are told that if an adjacent side, so that means this side will be 6s minus 7. 6s minus 7 is this side. Then what can we do? Since we are told that since we know that this side and this side are meant to be equal, we can use that to find the value of our x. So that means we have 5s plus 3 equals to 12 plus 9. Collect like times 5s minus 2s equals to 9 minus 3. 3s is equal to 6. Divide both sides by 3, s will be 2. So that means you can now know the length of the rectangle. You can now find the breadth as well. So therefore the length will be 5s plus 3, or I can use 2s plus 9, anyone I use will give us the length. So our s is 2, we have 5 times 2, that gives us 10 plus 3, that gives us 13. The breadth also is 6s minus 7. We have 6 times 2, that gives us 12 minus 7, that gives us 5 meters. So we can now find the area now when we know the length and the breadth. So the area of the rectangle is length times breadth. So that should give us 13 times 5, that gives us 65 meter squared for the area of the rectangle. And that make option B correct option for question number 41. Question number 42 is from probability. A die is tossed once. Find the probability of getting a prime number. So the sample space of throwing a die is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because these are the faces of the die. So we have to get the prime numbers there. What are the prime numbers? Number that are divisible by 2 by itself. Number that are divisible by itself and 1. So those are prime number. Number that are divisible by itself and 1. So that means the prime numbers here are 2, 3, and 5. Number that are only divisible by 2 or by itself and 1. So these are 2, 3, and 5. So those are the prime number there. So the probability of getting a prime number here will be those number which are how many prime number do we have there? Is 3. That will be 3 out of 6. And if you reduce that, that will give us a 1 over 2, which is option A for question number 42. Question number 43 is from the measuration of plane shape. In this case, you are measuring sector. The area of a sector of a circle with radius 7 cm is 51.3 cm square. We have to calculate correct to the nearest whole number the angle of the sector. Take the pi to be 20 over 7. We know that the area of a sector is theta over 360 times pi r squared. We have been given the area of the sector to be 51.3 equals to theta over 360, where theta is the angle you are looking for, times 22 over 7, which is the pi, times radius is 7, that will be 7 squared. From there, if you simplify this, 7 will take care of 7 here, we have a 7 left, so 7 times 22 give us a 154, multiplied by theta will give us 154 theta over 360. You can cross multiply there, you have this multiplying this. So if you multiply this, we have 18,468 divided by 154. That gives us 119.9 degrees. So you have to approximate to the nearest degrees. So that should give us 120 degrees to the nearest degrees. So that will give us the option B to be correct answer for question number 43. Question number 44 is still on angle of elevation and depression. We are told that a cliff on the bank of a river is 87 meters high. A boat on the river is 22 meters away from the foot of the cliff. Calculate according to the nearest degree the angle of depression of the boat from the top of the cliff. So this is from elevation and depression, and I also have a video on angle of elevation in my YouTube channel that can enlighten you more on elevation and depression. You can check the video if you really want to know more on this. So I can represent a cliff by this straight line. Then there is a boat that is 22 meters far away from the foot of the cliff. So let's say the cliff is 87 meters high, and the boat is 22 meters away from the cliff, from the foot of the cliff. So let's represent this boat by this B. So the distance between the boat and the foot of the cliff is 22 meters, as you have been told. Then there is an angle of depression from the top of the cliff to the boat. That means someone is at the top of the cliff here, observing the boat here. So if someone is there already, so that means the person is supposed to be looking like this. Then if the person now leave this initial side to look down on the boat, so between the initial side and the new side, now there will be angle between them. So there will be an angle here between this initial side and the person looking down at the boat. So that angle is the angle of depression. So we can call that angle theta. Then this angle theta is the angle of depression we are looking for, but we cannot use it now because it is outside the triangle. So we can bring it inside this triangle here using the alternate angle. So the angle here and the angle here, they are alternate angles, so that means they are equal. Now that this angle is inside the triangle, we can now use trigonometric ratio to find this angle opposite over adjacent. That should be tan. So we have tan theta equals to opposite, which is 87 over 22. Then we have tan theta equals to 3.954. Then theta will be tan inverse of 3.954, and then that should give us a 76 degrees approximately, which is option A for question number 44. Question number 45 is still on circle geometry. The question is from circle geometry. You are told that in the diagram, this line TU is a tangent to the circle, this circle here at P. Then angle PTS is angle 44 degrees, and angle SQP, angle SQ then P, this angle here is 35 degrees. You have to find angle PST, PS then T, angle PST. That means the angle here, we are looking for the angle that is here, angle PST. So how can we solve that? It's quite very simple as well, because if you understand circle geometry very well, you know that if this is a tangent, that means this line here, line SP, is a chord. So that means this chord will form this chord and this tangent will form an angle here. The angle here is in alternate segment to this angle 35 degrees. So that means this angle 35 degrees is same thing as this angle here. So that means angle SPT or angle TPS is going to be 35 degrees as well, alternate segment. So angle SPT, the angle here is 35 degree alternate segment. So that means we now have a triangle here, which is triangle SPT, from triangle TSP, which is this triangle here, TSP. We now have two angles now. We have this angle, we have 44. We can find this angle, which is what you have to look for, angle PST. So we have that angle 44 given to us from that triangle, plus angle SPT, which is the one we've got here, which is 35, the one that is here, plus angle PST, which is the one we are looking for, PST, the one that is here, will give us 180 degrees, raising sum of angle in the triangles. So from there we have a 44 plus 35 plus angle PST equals to 180. That should give us 79 plus angle PST equals to 180. Then angle PST equals 180 minus 17, and that gives us a 101 degrees, which is option A for question number 45. Question number 46 is from probability. Probability that Amaka will pass an examination is 3/7, and probability that Bala will pass is probability that Bala will pass is 4/9. Find the probability that both will pass the examination. It's very simple as well. So the probability that Amaka pass is 3/7. Probability that Bala pass is 4/9. The probability that both of them will pass will be probability of Bala multiplied by probability of Amaka will pass. So that should give us 12/63. Or you can just reduce 3 can go in 9. That'll give us 3. So that'll give us a 4/3 times 7 is 21. That'll give us a 4/21, which is the option B for question number 46. Question number 47 is from the plane geometry as well. Sorry, that's the plane geometry, coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry, that's the question from. Which of the following point lies on the line 3x minus 4 minus 8y equals to 11? Which of the following points lies on the line 3x minus 8y equals to 11? Of course, we know that this equation, which is a linear equation of two variables, represents a straight line because it's a linear equation. A linear equation represents a line. So we are now asking us that which of these points here lies upon this straight line. So the only way you can get that is by substituting each of these coordinates into this. Anyone that give you the answer to be 11 means that it lies on it. Anyone that give us 11 means that it lies on it. So how do we get to do that? So you can use by test and error method, or try and error method rather. So I have a 3x minus 8y equals to 11. So if I substitute, if I test, of course I don't need to test this one. If I test 1, if I put 1, our s is 1, y is 1. If I put that here, I have 3 times 1, which is 3, minus 8 times 1, that gives us minus 8. You have 3 minus 8, give us minus 5, which is wrong. If I test 1, minus 1, so if I test that one, I have a 3x minus 8y. I put my 1 here, I put minus 1 here. So I'll be having 3 into 1 minus 8 into minus 1. So that'll give us a 3 plus 8, and that'll give us 11. So it means that this point B lies on this line. It lies on this straight line. If you try other one, no one will lie on the line. So if you try other one, they will not give you 11. So that means option B is the correct option for question number 47. Question number 48. Very simple. So you have to find the range of the following set of numbers. So the range of this, the range is the highest value minus the lowest value here. So of course, range is still the same thing as range of from primary school. The highest value of the data minus the lowest value of the data here. So the highest value here is 39, and the lowest one is 15, if I'm correct. So that should give us 24, which is option B. Question number 49 is from the arithmetic progression, which is sequence and series. We are told that the fourth and the eighth term of the arithmetic progression are 16 and 48, 16 and 40 respectively. We have to find the common difference. So you have to find the common difference. You have to find the common difference here. The fourth term of an AP, or if I should ask you, what is the fourth term of an AP? The fourth term of an AP is a plus 3d, and that should be equal to 16. The fourth term is a plus 3d, that will be equal to 16. Then the eighth term, what is the eighth term? The eighth term is a plus 7d, that will be equal to 40. So we can now solve these two equations simultaneously to find our common difference. So we can remove equation 1 from equation 2. So we have 7d minus 4d. That should 7d minus 3d, that will give us a 4d. 40 minus 16, that will give us 24. We can divide both sides by 4, that will give us a d to be 6, which is the common difference. So the common difference will be 6, which is option B. And the last question for today is question number 50, which is from the undefined fraction. Undefined fraction, you have to find the value of y that make this fraction undefined. What value of y will make this value undefined? Of course, we know that a fraction will be undefined when the denominator of that fraction is equal to 0. A fraction will be undefined when the denominator is equal to 0. So for this fraction to be undefined, that means the denominator, which is 8y squared minus 10y plus 3, must be equal to 0. So the fraction will be is not defined when the denominator is equal to 0. So the denominator is this equal to 0, and you can see that we are having a quadratic equation to solve here. So we know that 8 will multiply. If you want to use any method, you know, but we can solve this by factorization method. 8 multiply 3, that gives us 24. So 2 factors of 24 that we can multiply together to give us 24, and when you add it together, it will give us minus 10. And I think that should be minus 6 and minus 4. Minus 6 and minus 4. Minus 6 times minus 4 give us 24. Then minus 6 plus minus 4 will give us minus 10. So those two factors will replace minus 10y here. So that means we'll be having 8y squared minus 4y minus 6y plus 3 equals to 0. Factorize this, factorize this. 4y is common here, so you can factorize 4y into 2y minus 1. Then minus 3 is common here. We have minus 3 into 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. So bring this and this together. We have a 4y minus 3y. So minus 3, 4y minus 3 into 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. So that means each of these is equal to 0. So you have 4y minus 3 equals to 0, or 2y minus 1 equals to 0. Then from there, that means 4y minus 3, you can find the y from here. You have 4y is equals to 3, then divide also by 4, y will be equals to 3 over 4. Or the same thing here, you can collect like times here. 1 will come here, you have 2y equals to 1, then divide both sides by 2, you have y equals to 1 over 2. So which makes option D the correct answer for question number 50. So we have been able to solve all the 50 questions for the just concluded Wassce 2024 general mathematics objective question, step by step, and you can see that it's very interesting and simple. And I can tell you categorically as a teacher that this year general mathematics objective question is very simple. It's extremely simple. There are some questions that are not meant for SS3, they are meant for junior secondary school that were asked, but nevertheless it's an opportunity given to you to pass very well this exam without being assisted or without being helped by anyone. So thank you for watching the video, and please share the video, like it, and comment in the comment section of this video. And do not forget to subscribe if you are yet to subscribe to this channel. And I promise I'm going to see you in the next video, which is where we are going to be solving the theoretical part of this question. And I see thank you for listening. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.